Afternoon, folks. This is the Grumpy Old Man coming back at you with another book review. I know I told a lot of people that on my last posting that I was going to be reading a book about the real Odessa. And I started reading it last night, and not too far in, and then I realized I've already read this book. It's been years ago, and it was in hardback form, and it's a very excellent book. It tells of the escape, as you would put it, of top high Nazi officials with the help of the Vatican and forged documents, and they made their way from Argentina, down to Argentina from Spain. And it's a real interesting book. It tells you a lot about the procedures they went through and the Vatican went through to get these men to safety. If you ever get a chance to read it, you ought to. It's really good. But since I've read it already, I'm going to hold off on rereading it a little bit because I got so many other books I want to get read. So when I get this done, when I get my other books done, I'll read this again and put a proper review on it. So my book I've chosen, it's going to be a long one, but to read next is the SS Terror in the East, the Einstock grouping on trial. That's the one I'm going to be reading next. And as you can see, it's a rather long book. So I don't know how long it's going to take me to get through it, but it looks very interesting, and I look forward to getting into it. I'm going to start here in a little bit and see how long it takes me. And if anybody's ever read this, if they can just drop me a note or two to let me know how they liked it and all. And just don't tell me how it ends or anything, but I kind of much figure out how it ends. But I appreciate any input I get from everybody. Now for my review. Yesterday, the day before I started on a book. It's about the Nebraska POW camps. And I read that. It was a short book. It's only like 178 pages. And it was an excellent read. Of course, I say that to every book, except I have found a few that are not so well written and everything, but this one was good. It's simple, easy to follow. The only problem I have with this is it's not a whole lot more information. 174 or 78 pages is not enough for me, as far as if you're looking for some more information than for these camps. You got to go buy a bunch of other books and everything about it, when they could have simply, made the book a little longer. But the author did a good job. The author name is Melissa Marsh. Like I said, it's worth a read and everything. The bad thing is, like I said, when at the end of the war, when they went to dismantle these camps after all the Germans and the Italians were repatriated, they lost a lot of the paperwork, a lot of the, I want to say paper evidence or paper trail to these camps as far as what all went on in these camps and everything. But they give us a good idea on these in this book, where she talks about they had an intellectual division where they would go in and set up sort of like education program for the Germans and Italians. They provided them with musical instruments. They had their own bands and then they'd also have their own quartets. They had libraries. They actually, unlike what they were doing to our boys in Germany, but these guys had luxury. They slept in a warm bed every night, white sheets. They go out during the day. The farmers could contract with with the government and say, okay, I want X number of prisoners to help with the harvest. Because at this time, if you remember, there was not. About every man was serving in the army or in the military in one fashion or another. So the shortage of workers was very keen. And so they could put in and get up to 6 POWs. That was the minimum. And so these soldiers or these POWs would go and work on the farms, help with the harvest on the various plants and the various products, produce. And then one of the rules too there was that once these people signed out these POWs, but they couldn't feed them. They were provided the POWs with a sack lunch. All it was a sandwich and a thermos of coffee. Well, a lot of farmers and stuff saw what they were given, and they took pity upon the soldiers, the Germans and the Italians, and they would cook lunch for them because they couldn't understand how they expect these POWs to work when they are so poorly fed. So a lot of people, farmers, made lunches for them. They got to know them. Several POWs at the end of the war came back, moved to America, got their citizenship. And there's, of course, still the hard-headed Nazis that were die-hard Nazis. They still believed in Hitler. They still believed in the superiority of the Aryan race, and so they had to be separated. And several were taken to other camps, one like down in Texas. And then at the end of the war, they were all just repatriated. But it's an interesting book. It's a very good read. Won't take you long. So if you get a chance to pick it up, I recommend the Nebraska POW camps. Well worth it. So that's it. I just wanted to do the book review on this one and tell you what my next read is. Again, any questions, suggestions, or anything, just let me know. Give me a holler, and I definitely look forward to hearing from people and being able to read what they say. Since I found this site, it's a very good site. I'm glad to be able to meet people who have the same interest, and we can bang ideas back and forth, or just have a nice little discussion or whatever. So if you get a chance, just let me know what you think. And I don't know how long it'll be before I do the book review on this one. Because like I said, it's 800, 900 some pages. So as soon as I can get it done, I'll do the review on this one. So until then, I hope you all have a good day. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.